even get a drum roll or something? I don't even have it here. We are finally here. We made it. The busy man himself, the big man, Philbilly Moonshine, made it back out into his garage in the below sub-zero temperatures to have a chat with us. How you doing, Phil?
What's up?
You freezing over there or what?
It's chilly. I got fucking layers on, man. I got layers on.
I see you're running over there too. Is that going to keep you warm enough?
That's what's keeping me warm. Is that still over there?
All right, so we're gonna these podcasts are kind of a more of a short form style. They're not the 3-hour marathons like we do on the shit show. You know, we got some questions here that some people submitted, as well as some talking points we want to try and get through. This whole idea behind this is for people to get to know members of the militia outside of what they've seen so far on YouTube and on the shit show and such. So, first of all, how was your Christmas?
It was good. I'm glad it's over. Glad it's over, dude. I'm fucking cost me a bunch of money.
You got to spend another year saving up for next year, basically.
Yeah. Fucking going broke over here. These damn prices of everything.
Wait, you got to stop having kids. You might have to spend so much damn money.
I heard that, man. I heard that. I should have got my nuts cut off a long time ago. I just can't see going through with all that shit. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Eventually, well, I'm getting that age where they're probably going to start shooting out dust here pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to.
Nah, that don't happen, dude. Trust me. I was thinking like, man, I'm too old to pop out another one. You know what I mean?
Just thinking about it. All right, let's get on with one of these questions here I got from somebody, one of our interested viewers. What sparked your interest in moonshining?
I've always liked liquor, man. I'm alcoholic. I mean, like
with moonshine in particular, was it a family tradition or was it something that you discovered it on your own?
No, like everyone in my family died before I was born or before I turned 5. You know, like my family was fucking rode hard and put away wet. You know what I mean? Like. I'm sure my grandpa probably did some shit like that at one. He was a fucking gangster, but what sparked it for me was I've always, drank corn liquor, but wouldn't nobody ever show you how to make it because it's secret. They wouldn't show you where there still was. They wouldn't teach you a damn thing. So when I was about 19, I lived in South Carolina, and I had a bunch of friends back here in Dayton, and I worked down there, lived down there, and I'd come back here and visit. I'd bring liquor with me, and I'd sell the shit out. You know what I mean? So I'd buy a bunch of corn liquor, and I'd put it in these little bottles, and sell them for $5 a piece. And all my friends, I was 19, so I'm selling this shit to a bunch of kids. I was a kid too, you know what I mean? We was all underage, but we partied like a motherfucker. $5 a bottle, and there's a little tiny ass, little old Pepsi bottles, the little round ones. I think they're like 12 ounces or something like that. $5 a piece, I'd fucking dish them out. I'd sell every fucking one. Every time I come back, I bring a case of them. $5 a piece, motherfuckers. They tore that shit up.
Selling the shit out of it. So you're self-taught then.
When I was older, I was like, man, I want to make liquor. I made beer, I made wine, so I bought a still, and there was nobody online to teach you anything. So I had to teach myself. I had to learn and, find what little information I could. But now, since I started making videos, there's a wealth of information. There's thousands of videos out there now showing how to make this shit, and I've gotten better and better and better. I started out, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing most of the time. I just winging it. I'm just lucky though. Like I got a good palate. I'm a good cook, and I've drank and tried so much stuff because I'm a curious alcoholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a curious fat man too. So I've tried food, I've tried drinks from all around the world. I haven't been around the world, but I'll see something and I'll try that. I'll be like, I don't like it, or I like it, but I can make it better, or this is my version of it. You know what I mean? And that's all. That's all it is with anything you do. I
Nice.
just made spiced rum over here. You know, I've done spiced rum one time before. It wasn't the greatest, but I think this one's going to be good. Hopefully, uh,
You got it in
I've
a
done.
barrel over there?
No, I got it in a gallon jug. I'll grab it in a minute. Show it to you. It's it's going. I'm running Indian corn, sorghum, uh, oats, and barley right now as we speak. And it's just like I'm the type person. Even if I don't like something, I'll run it, try it, and even if I don't like it, I could make a version that I like better. You know, like
Mhm.
absinthe, and you know, I do weird shit with gin because I get a lot of people who are like, I don't like that. I don't like gin. I'm like, try this. People are like, I hate tequila, and I'm like, try this. You know, and that's I find that if you could change somebody's mind on something, you're doing something good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. So now your typical distilling process, from sourcing ingredients into the final product. Now, do you change things up at all, or is it like, do you keep things pretty much the same in order to keep your end product quality the same? Now, I know you sell, your own grains and stuff. So do you use your own grains every time, or do you go out outside your to try something different occasionally? Um,
I
what?
will occasionally try something new, but I have three farmers. I got three farmers that I deal with, and one of farmers is exclusive. Like he just grows what I want him to grow. He's my farmer. Like now I got two other farmers. They specialize in heirloom grains, and I get my corn and my malted barley, and you know my wheat, rye. I get all that from those three guys. I try and source ingredients as close to me as I can. Um, plus, where I live, I live in fucking Ohio, so it's goddamn children of the corn here. You know what I mean? It's the corn
You want some
capital of the
food,
fucking world.
Malachi? Yeah.
Like you could drive 10 minutes in any direction, you're gonna be in a cornfield, straight up. And what are we making? Corn liquor. Um, Now there's a lot of good fruit here. There's local farmers. I have another farmer that that's not. He's not a grain farmer. He's a fruit farmer. Got a couple of fruit farmers I deal with, but you can't really sell fruit online. I'd like to find a way. That'd be cool, but I'll go get a truckload of apples and make apple brandy. And if you're close or you could come and get it, I could get you fruit, especially apples. Like apples and corn are big here where I live. They're in every direction.
Yeah. What about freeze drying fruit? Will that does that work
It's
over on?
I mean, a freeze dryer costs so much money, dude. It's like $2,000-3,000 investment for a little one.
Does Bever make them?
No, I wish they did. I'd have one.
Not yet.
Yeah, but I find freeze dried fruit works well in post flavoring.
Okay.
It works well if you have some liquor and you want to throw a little hint of apple in there, freeze dried apples. But they sell at the Dollar Tree. They got freeze dried apples, but they're like half of an ounce
Yeah.
for like a dollar something, $1.25 now because it's no longer the Dollar Tree. Fucking,
Inflation.
but you could get Fiji apples. Is it Fuji or Fiji? Whatever it
Fiji, I
is,
think.
it's my favorite apple, man. I really like. I make apple butter quite a bit out of those. Um, but
I
yeah, I
like them.
find if you're
I like them
go ahead,
Granny
I'm
Smith.
sorry. Oh yeah,
I like them Granny Smith, baby.
hell yeah.
Like them. Let's see here. All right, here's one. What are the biggest challenges that you faced in making liquor? And what's some of the ways you've overcome those challenges?
I don't know, man. I can't really think of any challenges. I mean, when I first started, um, I didn't know anything about converting really. I didn't know how the science of it worked, but amylase is a lot easier, a lot readily available, and the knowledge on it is out there. I even got videos on how to use it. Converting with amylase, keeping your stuff stirred, but we worked that out with a drill. You build a drill and a jig, and
Oh
we
yeah.
got her going, man. I don't really think there's the biggest obstacle you're going to come across in this is spending the money. If you're new to this, spending the money to get a still.
Yep.
You don't want to spend $2,000-$3,000 yet because you're new. So learn how to solder, make a fucking keg still. You know what I mean?
Easy.
That's it. Or buy a cheap ass beverage still, but in the long run, you're gonna wish you made a keg still.
Oh yeah.
If you can't make one, I'll sell you one.
You will.
$300. $300.
Philbillymoonshine.com. Now I know you check that liquor. You gotta change that glass out.
I got about another 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you go to philbillymoonshine.com, if you want to get your toes wet and anything like that, he's got the keg stills, he's got small ones, big ones. He's even got 30-gallon stills. If 30-gallon stills, he can make it for you if you want it. So
yeah,
it's
anything
there.
you want, man. We can make it.
It's there. It's there. Before I get into this next question here, you want to change out that next jar because this next question's got
Yeah. Let me change this real quick.
All right. Whew.
Ugh.
How's that smelling?
Smells great. That's fucking good, dude. That's good as fuck.
Now, I know that you make videos about everything you really do. So there's no big secrets about the things that you do and how you do things. So this question here is kind of like some of the techniques that you've come across that are like Philbilly Moonshine techniques that you've put out there for people to use. What are some of those that you're most proud of, would you say?
I think that infusing in a pot is something that, I'm sure I'm not the originator of that, but I did come across that on my own because I wanted to do weird shit like make biscuit and gravy flavored moonshine and Reese cup flavored moonshine. And I did flaming hot Cheetos, shit like that. Well, I got the idea to because we got infusers. Everybody's got an infuser now. When you use an infuser, proof goes up, right? Proof goes up. It's too strong for normal people to drink. So you lower it down with some water. When you do that, you lose flavor. So finding a good balance to make your proof come out less at about 110. I started that journey a few years ago when I started doing all them weird liquors. But my proof was still high because I had a jar and I was, starting out, it's a piss and match. And everyone's like, I gotta get high proof. I get high proof. You don't want people to talk shit. Really, man, all honesty. The lower the proof that your liquor comes out, the better it's going to taste. To me, usually that's the fact. I mean, certain things are different, but so I figured out that you could put flavor into your mash after your mash is done. You could add things to it add it to your pot when you're about to run, as long as you keep it stirred while it's heating up. And it's not like whole particles. Like it's got to be juice or some sort of liquid that's not super sticky. I mean, you can add some juice. It's got sugar in it, especially if you're running electric and you reach down there throughout your heat up, stir it up, cut out the thumper, lower your proof, because you're going to want to blend it, and you're going to get a lot more flavor that way with certain things. I think that's one thing that recently that I've come to the conclusion about, that I'm very proud of it. And I'm sure I'm not the originator of it, but I figured it out on my own, and I didn't have anybody teach me that. So, but I'm sure, I mean, people making liquor for 1,000 years, man. So nothing I've done is probably original. I doubt if anything I've ever done is original. I'm sure somebody out there has done the crazy. Well, nobody's ran biscuits and gravy. That's fucking original. Other than that, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, we all have a journey that we're going to partake, and throughout that journey, we're going to learn things on our own. We're going to decide what's best for your individual self, and that's what a lot of people in this got to accept. They have trouble accepting that. They're like, I run this way. I've always ran this way. I run this one fucking mash bill. Anybody else that does a different piece of shit. And it's like, dude, have you ever run anything original that you come up with, you know, like out of your fucking head? You run one fucking thing. You know, I get comments all the time. It's like, I'm an 8th generation, and that's not how you do it. And I'm like, kiss my fat ass, motherfucker. I doubt you ever even ran liquor before. You just on the fucking internet making comments and shit. 8th generation, my dick in your mouth. Fuck off. You know, I ran more than the average bear, and I could say that.
Yeah.
I got fucking video evidence of that. I've ran everything under the sun. I ran every kind of liquor you can imagine. And if there is something I haven't ran, I plan on running, because I want to run everything.
Yeah.
Until I get it good. You know, even if I don't like a liquor, like I used to think I didn't like tequila, and then I started trying high-end tequilas, better tequilas, and I like them a lot better, you know. And then I was like, I'm going to put my own spin on tequila, and I'm going to do it basic, because I start out basic, just like this mash here. This mash isn't basic, but most of the videos I make are basic because they're trying to get people to start doing this, because I want a whole world full of people that are moonshiners. I want a whole world full of people that are distillers, make liquor. Come on in. Fucking, this is for everybody. This isn't just for, you know, I ain't going to keep this to myself. I'm going to share my knowledge with everybody, and I'm going to take knowledge from other people. Like, I learn things from people all the time. Other distillers, somebody will say, you know, I'll say this. I'll make a statement about something, and somebody will say, well, try this. And then I'll go and try it. And I'll be like, you know what? That was a good fucking idea, dude. And giving credit to people who, you know, someone gives you an idea, shout their name out.
Yeah.
You know? Because if you don't, you're a fucking weasel. And if you're a weasel, there's no room for you around me. I'm telling you, because there's a few weasels out there, and that's why I started the militia. I mean, I seen a group of people that had a voice, but you know, they kept getting shut down because they disagreed with other people. And I feel like there's room to disagree with people, you know, but you can't be a thieving bastard. You can't be a snitching motherfucker and be part of this community that I'm a part of. You're going to have to start your own and keep your own over there. You know, because that's one thing I don't welcome. Like,
being able to disagree and discuss those disagreements is one thing. You know, we may disagree on the use of propane versus electric. Let's talk about it and then go have a fucking beer.
Yeah, it's not even a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big fucking deal, you know. It's not the end of the world. It's not gonna it's not, we're still brothers, you know. It's not it's not going to be the end of the world between anything that goes on. Disagreements are fine as long as we can discuss them, and they don't destroy friendships. Is
Yeah.
basically the way I see it. Um, yeah,
Don't be closed minded. You know what I mean? Don't be a prick. And if you're gonna have people follow you, teach people how to do something. Teach them every which way. That's why I learned how to run electric. I didn't, at first I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna blow some shit up. I'm gonna electrocute myself. I've made 1,000 of those boxes now. It's so easy. It's so easy. Like, and here's the thing: is tomorrow I'll break out my jet burner and run the gas. I think that my bad, man. I can fuck shit in my throat. Fucking
take a drink.
But yeah, man, you can fucking you can do it both ways.
Yeah,
And I feel like that makes you better at what you do. Like, if you know how to drive a car, good for you. But you should also learn how to drive a stick shift. You know?
yeah, absolutely. Now, earlier you had mentioned, the importance of learning different things on your journey. And speaking of that journey, how has making liquor and moonshining, how's it changed your or influenced and changed your worldview and how you look at things overall?
Well, if you make liquor, it changes you, man. You're gonna see anything that's consumable, and you're gonna think about how to turn it into alcohol. That's all there is to it. You're gonna be like, oh. You go to the store, they got something on sale. You go to the fruit stand, they got something on sale. You're gonna think about it. You're like, that's a pretty good deal. You go, driving down the street, you see some fruit in a dumpster. I mean, some vegetables in a dumpster. You go fucking grab them up. It's what it is. Free liquor is the best liquor.
Yeah,
Straight up.
that it is. Now, what are some of the most rewarding parts of being a moonshiner?
It's when an old man drinks your shit. He's been drinking liquor his whole life. He tells you how great it is.
Huh.
Especially when
Okay.
you know that old man ain't full of shit.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now, this next one. Now, have you ever faced any legal issues related to moonshining?
No, no, not a one. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
These guys that act like they do, they're lying to y'all. You get a reaction.
They got
Nobody cares.
they got bigger issues with fentanyl and all that other bullshit right now. They don't.
I mean, like, I could drive 2 blocks down the street and buy dope in the fucking store legally.
Yeah.
The government don't give a fuck about you making liquor. Until you catch your house on fire, you blow somebody up. They don't give a shit. Now, if you're making liquor and making meth,
Yeah.
that's when they're going to bust you for both. But they're not just going to come after you for one. Well, they'll come after you for the meth. But if all you're doing is making liquor, they don't give a fuck. I've called them. I called them when I first started this shit. I was like, hey, man, because I was going to try and see if I can't legally do it because I don't want law dogs around. So, and they was like, if you just make under a couple hundred gallons a year, we don't give a shit. I was like, all right, I'm fucking rocking this shit till the wheels fall off, son.
Now, what are your hopes and dreams for the future of moonshining in the community?
I don't know, man. I'd like to have a distillery where everybody could come in and do a batch. Like every month, you have 2 new guys run a batch of liquor and put it out on fucking shelves. I'd like to be legit, but there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of money involved, so I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a fucking distillery and have a big lot of land that the distillery's on where people could come, camp out, party, and then you could have, like I said, every month you have 2 new releases, 2 new guys that are, it's their dream to fucking put something out,
Yeah.
But, there'd have to be they'd have to get the recipe down before they come and show up. You know what I mean? We'd have to have a jar of liquor to try and be like, oh, the world needs this in their life. You know what I mean? Which that's not hard to do, man. It's not, look, it's not hard to make good liquor. It fucking ain't. If you do this for a year and you can't make good liquor, maybe it's not for you. But a year, 2 years, you'll be running fucking premium, fucking unleaded, son.
Oh yeah. Now, if there was one thing that you wish more people. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Switch this jar, damn it.
All right, go ahead. I think I just stepped on a spider or something. Yeah. I don't know. I felt something crunch. I should get, every time he gets up, I should get Jeopardy music start playing. Now, if there was one thing that you wish people out there understood, people outside of moonshining understood that is maybe they don't. People outside looking in, if there's one thing that you wish they could understand about the community or the moonshining community, what would it be?
We're all good guys, man. We're all brothers, and it's not a competition. There is little, that's why I started the militia. There's little groups of people here and little groups of people here. The minute you have anybody argue with them, they want to fucking lash out at you or throw you out. Just like the Facebook groups. There's Facebook groups, and that's why I started the militia. I kept seeing people, anybody that argued with the admin got thrown out of the fucking group. It's like, man, you can argue and still get, you know what I mean? You ain't got to fucking go to war with somebody because they see something different. Fuck, if you don't like me, come on in. I don't give a fuck. You can hate my guts and be part of the militia. That's why I started the militia. It's because there was people, so many people would be like, I don't fuck around with Facebook. I stay away from that. And I was the same way, man, because I went on there, had people talk shit to me, comments. I've been kicked out of Moonshine Life Group. Got kicked out of there. Didn't even do nothing, bro. Here's what happened with that. I was just in there one day and seen a video, one of my videos, and somebody shared it in a group that I was a member of. Sat there and was talking shit about me. My first thing was, suck my balls. That's what I said. Suck my balls. Immediately I got kicked out.
Oh, damn.
Because it was an admin that shared my video, and it was fucking Dusty. And I told him suck my balls. He kicked me out. Then I went to the fucking, what's his name? What's his name?
Is that JB?
JB.
Yeah.
JB added me back. And I was talking back and forth with Dusty. Like, look, man, I don't know what the fucking problem is. He was wanting me to make a video statement about how not to try it at home. I was like, I said not to try it at home, but fuck you, man. There's a pickle still. It's dangerous. Don't, if you ain't got a big enough pair of balls, don't try it. But you're liable. You're a grown man,
Yeah.
Rock shit. Rock till the wheels fall off, son. That's what I say. And they kicked me out again because Dusty went back and kicked me out. And I was like, there's so many people. And I got to looking. Like I did that with my buddy Chad. My buddy Chad was running a cake still on a stovetop. It's fucking beautiful, dude. I ain't never seen nothing as beautiful as that in my life. Fucking Moonshiner Chad had a camper, had a stovetop, had a keg sitting on that motherfucker, was pasted to death, running jars. It was fucking glorious. And these motherfuckers on there are making fun of them because they're too bougie. And I'm like, that's not what this is about. You know, this is about if you can, you don't have to, but if you want to, you should. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody's fucking making liquor on a stovetop in a camper with fucking paste everywhere, dude, he didn't give a fuck. It was awesome. Make fun of him if you want, motherfucker, but you're a douchebag. Straight up. Making liquor at the end of the day is all it counts. That's all you got to do to be part of my club, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else. And if they got a problem with me, they can kiss my fat ass, like I said. You know, and then, you know, you had Miller, had his group. Anybody that said anything to him, even if he stole from you and you said something, he'd fucking kick you out and then get a group of people to fucking be shitty to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, fuck you. Get the fuck out. You got your stuff. And it's like, no, you didn't get your stuff, man. You robbed 100 fucking people. 100 people. Robbed them. And I don't give a fuck. I know saying this means he's going to pop back up. But, dude, those motherfuckers and the way they are is the reason why militia exists.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't steal from people, even if you hate me and you kick me out of your group, you're welcome in mine. Come on over. Come on in. I'm not going to sit and bicker with you. What I say is true. I know what I ain't no fucking liar. But just be a decent person. That's all you got to do, man. And don't fucking separate and kick people out. And, you know, part of it was like before this, going back to TikTok, there was everybody on TikTok got together. And I miss some of those guys. I wish they'd come over to Facebook. A lot of those guys don't do the Facebook thing. But there was Discord. There were some Discord Moonshine groups full of fucking cool people. But one group had a set of rules. And, it's a group full of fucking outlaws, man. So, outlaw moonshiners, not outlaws. You know what I mean? But a group full of outlaw fucking moonshiners. So some of them do other things. And well, this group, cool as hell. Everybody, and then this group would have a falling out with this group. And I was like, man, I'm about to start one for people that want to do other shit, like make mushrooms and grow dope. Because, some of us do more than just one thing. And somebody went and did that. And then that one had a falling out. So I was like, man, there's a whole bunch of people that don't have no place to go. Because they keep getting thrown out of this fucking place or that place. Or groups are split up. I don't like that split up shit, man. I try and stop that from happening. Because you will have people that make fun of other people. Some shit's funny. We're going, somebody's going to say something. But at the end of the day, you got to still be decent. And, that's why I started the militias. Because I wanted a place for all these people. And you can't make fun of somebody if it's their first day, dude. You just can't. You help them.
Yep.
If they're doing something wrong, fucking tell them. But do it in a decent way. Like, take somebody under your wing. Fucking show them how to do it. Teach a man to fish, motherfucker.
Yeah, and I think that idea that you had there, Phil. I think 2024 was there was huge growth within the militia. And I think that idea you had there, people saw that. I mean, and people like that. And people, and there are people that reached out and hooked on for different reasons to observe and see things how they were. But I think for the most part, the growth of the militia was due in large part for people seeing that vision that you had there and agreeing with it, and seeing how they could come in there, ask their questions. When they went to other groups and they asked those questions, they were demeaned, and they were told, "Oh, why don't you do some research?" But when they come to the militia and they ask those questions, their questions are answered. And somebody people will DM them and actually be like, hey, here's my phone number. If you need help, give me a call. We'll talk it out. So, and I know you've said this to me and Tom before. This whole thing has created a brotherhood. And
what it is.
And people out there have seen that. And I think there's been a lot of people out there that agree with that the vision you had, and they've latched onto it. I think 2025, I think, is going to be even bigger.
See, I ain't even advertised the militia neither. I don't talk about it on my videos very rarely. So if you need us, we're there. You can find us. You know what I mean? It's people find us. They seek us out. And, I like everyone in every group. The only thing I've ever had a problem with is thievery and lying. Like, if you rip people off in this community, you're not welcome in it. I don't like a thief. You want to go rob a fucking rich man, be a pirate, be Robin Hood, I ain't got a problem with it. But you don't fucking, on your local, fucking support your local moonshiner and be decent to your brother. Don't fucking rob people. That's shitty. Help people. And that's a lot of what we do too, is, there's a lot of people helping out, donating, doing things for people that are in need, and also it doesn't have to be a competition, man. We ain't gotta fight each other. Like I'm friends with every other still builder except for maybe fucking one guy because he's a douchebag. And that guy is fucking part of that Moonshine Life bullshit. He talked shit about me. He had his chance. I messaged him. I was like, it's like, hey man, why you run your mouth about me? I was like, I ain't do nothing to you. What the fuck? It was over a $30 item that a guy wanted to return. And I was like, look, man. And he didn't reply to me. Wouldn't reply to me. So that pissed me off. It's like, look, man, please tell me to go fuck myself. You're going to talk shit about me. I'm messaging you. Here's your fucking chance. Talk shit to me on fucking message. Directly. And he never would. So I dogged him out and said some shit. Fuck him too. But, I'm a fucking nice guy. At the end of the day, easy to get along with. I don't compete with nobody. When I see posts on Facebook groups for like, who can build this? Y'all go ahead. I'm not getting into that. Yeah. People buy my shit because of who I am and what I do. They come and see me. They come and fucking talk to me. My phone number's on my website. I'm not competition with those guys. I love those guys. I want them to do great. I think we can all do great. Oh, yeah. If you got an item that's strictly like some shit you come up with and you think it's fucking wholeheartedly you, I'm probably not going to duplicate it. And if I do, I'm going to tell you about it. And be like, hey, man, I'm making these motherfuckers. I don't got a problem talking to somebody, you know what I mean? Or telling somebody, how I feel. I think that cowardness is rampant in fucking mankind right now. Like, a lot of this shit that goes on between people is because they want to fucking avoid just saying the truth to one another.
Yep, I agree.
You're always going to get the truth out of me, straight up.
Good. That's good to know. One last thing, Phil, before I cut you loose here. If you had any piece of advice that you want to give somebody that's interested in starting this moonshining journey, what would it be?
Show her your pecker, son.
Show her your
pecker. That's what I always say. Show her your pecker. I don't know, man. Don't follow fucking idiots, and don't let somebody fucking tell you that there's only one way to do something, because there's not. It's a big wide world, and just because you do something one way don't mean you can't, somebody else can't do it another. And don't down on nobody. straight up. If you got questions, don't be afraid to ask them. Straight up. I mean, there's so many people out there now. I don't even answer questions most of the time. Like, I'll answer them if they're directed towards me directly. But when I see shit out there, or someone asks, I let other people do that, man, because there's so many people out there that, you know, like we just put Santa on, right? Santa's got his own stuff on. Like, me and Santa,
Smart
we make,
motherfucker he is.
Santa's awesome. We make liquor differently, and I ain't got a problem with that. You know, I'm like, hey, man, you fucking show people how to make. You know, people come at you. He's not teaching them wrong. He's teaching them how he does it. And I'm not teaching them wrong. I'm teaching them how I do it. Like, we don't make everything the same exact way. Just like me and you. Like, I'm sure there's things you do differently from me. That don't mean it's wrong. It just means it's not how I do it. It's how you do it. And it's okay. At the end of the day, we're still brothers.
Oh, yeah. And with that, Phil, I am proud to call you my brother. And I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me for these last 40 minutes and letting people get maybe a different view of you that they may not have seen from the shit show and maybe some of the other videos they've seen you in. I know people had some questions for you. I need to learn how to talk, I guess, sometimes. People had some questions for you, and you know, people wanted to know. Oh yeah, go ahead. It's Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Yeah, the crow baby. Yeah, so I know that people had some questions for you. People wanted to get to know Philbilly. So I hope that you know, these questions that I asked were all questions that got submitted from people in the militia. So that's good. People reached out.
Yeah. Join the militia, motherfucker.
We're in there. I mean, and you know, now that we are out there in other different social media areas, and you know, we got the podcast going now, and we're reaching out to other areas that aren't. You know, the group is private, so there's other group. We're reaching out to other areas that aren't private. TikTok, we just opened up. We got Moonshine Militias on TikTok now, so hopefully some of those TikTok shiners can get over there with us, and we'll see if we can get more people.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't, we got a good people right now. I mean, we don't. You know, it's good to grow, but if we don't, I'm happy with the way the militia is right now, man. It's fucking awesome. It's a couple thousand fucking awesome moonshiners, some good brothers,
and sisters. Yeah,
hell yeah.
We got some sisters out there.
I couldn't be more proud of it, dude. You know, it's a group of people that have. It's a group of chiefs. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? All these people were here because they had spoke up. And they got thrown out of somewhere else. And it's okay to have a whole room full of chiefs. As long as the chiefs get along, you ain't got to have fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I fucking say that?
Oh, yeah.
You ever heard the saying, it's fucking too many chiefs, not enough Indians?
Oh, yeah.
It's because everybody's fucking wanting to do shit their own way. We can all do shit our own way and still get along. And that's what I like.
We all do shit our own way, but when it comes time for it, we all do things the way it needs to be done.
Yeah. And it's, you know.
And that's it. Phil, once again, I want to thank you for sitting down with me. Finally. Brother, you have a good night. Everybody out there, we'll catch you next time.
See y'all.